Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1983 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Cleveland Indians and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Indians today is Larry McCall, whose record is 6-5 with a .390 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Brian Kelly, whose record is 3-0 with a 2.84 ERA. So we got off to a good start for the month of June. We won 7-2 yesterday. Tom Filer pitched just good enough to get the win. Not a great performance. He couldn't get through 6. But he did well enough to get to our bullpen, and our bullpen shut down the Indians. We had 3 home runs yesterday as well, which I think we're going to crush some today too, as we go ahead and get started with Game 3 of the 3-game series. I think that because we're facing Larry McCall, who gave up 58 home runs last year, that is a baseball record. I looked it up before we started this video today, and the record, of course, is Bert Blyleven. He gave up 50 home runs in a year. And so, Larry McCall gave up 58 last year. He's given up 15 this season. Brian Kelly making the start. The current Indians lineup does not have any plate appearances against Brian Kelly. All the bullpen is available today as well. Our lineup versus Larry McCall, we got a bunch of lefties in there. Ricky Henderson showed up listed as tired, so we took him out of today's ballgame. We want Ricky to make it through the whole season, he is our current team MVP. So that means center field will be Kevin Bass. We have Gibby in left, and Glenn Wilson is in right as Chet Lemon gets the day off, and Greg Brock is in there as the DH today. Let's flip it over to the season stats, and we'll do the Cleveland Indian lineup rundown for today's game. Batting leadoff, playing third base, is Kevin Rhomberg. Batting second, playing first base, is Karl Pagel. Batting third in center field is Von Hayes. Batting cleanup in right field is Dan Pasqua. Batting fifth and DHing is Tim Norrid. Batting sixth and catching today is Bo Diaz. Batting seventh in left field is Jerry Turner. Batting eighth and playing second base is Juan Bonilla. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, is Jerry Dybzinski. Let's take a look at Brian Kelly. Kelly got a win his last time out. That took him to 3-0. He's making his 4th start of the season. 3-0 with a 2.84 ERA, 14 Ks in 25 innings pitched. Opponents are betting .229 against him. No complete games. His fastball tops out at 92 miles an hour. He is a ground ball pitcher, over 50%, so he's considered a high ground ball pitcher. Changeup is rated a 94. That's his out pitch. He's got a fastball and a slider, both below average. Overall rated an 88. He is 24 years old, doesn't go to arbitration until 1985. And you can see here he did make 3 starts in the minors, winning all 3 of those games as well. And as overall in his career, he's never had an ERA over 3.09. That includes the majors. So I think we're going to stick with Brian Kelly as our 5th starter, even when Dan Petrie comes back. Petrie will probably take over for Tom Filer. We'll see how that works out for us. Here's the Tigers defense for today. With Henderson out, we have Gold Glovers at first and second. And Kevin Bass in center field, not playing out of position. He can play center field, but defensively, not his strength, okay? So here is Kevin Rhomberg leading off against Brian Kelly. Rhomberg strikes out to lead off the ball game. 1 out, and then we have this group of lefties coming up, starting with Karl Pagel. Pagel slams it to left on a line drive. Gibby makes the catch. 2 down. That will bring up Von Hayes. Hayes batting .301 versus righties. And he also lines out to left. So 1-2-3 inning for Bryan Kelly. We go to the bottom of the first. Let's do the Tigers lineup rundown for today's ball game. Batting leadoff, playing second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting second and DHing today is Greg Brock. Batting third, playing shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting cleanup, playing third base is Mickey Hatcher. Batting fifth, playing first base is Eddie Murray. Batting sixth in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting seventh in center field is Kevin Bass. Batting eighth and catching is Terry Kennedy. And batting ninth in right field is Glenn Wilson. Here's Larry McCall. We just talked about it. Take a look at that. 58 home runs he gave up last year. 312 hits. He was 10-22. That is insane. And it's even more remarkable that he's having a good year this year by comparison. 13th start, he's 6-5 with a 3.90 ERA. 32 Ks in 83 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .290 against him. He does have a complete game. His fastball tops out at 90. His ground ball percentage is 46.9%. Fastball is his best pitch. It's rated at 82. He's got a couple other pitches he mixes in. Overall, he is rated at 82. And he does go to arbitration this year, so he's hung on at least long enough to maybe get a payday. If you take a look here at his career numbers, he was actually done in the majors by 1979. So when we started this sim in 1980, he was done. He never pitched another inning in the majors. So everything that he does from here on is icing on the cake for him. Kind of remarkable. He's given up 15 home runs this year, so he's not quite on the same pace as he was last year. But I have a feeling we're going to put up some runs versus Larry McCall. And here's the defense for the Indians, as Bo Diaz is the one player who's different. He is rated at 86 with his arm behind the plate. Okay, here's Sweet Lou leading off versus Larry McCall. Lou popping it up on the infield. Third baseman Rhomberg makes the catch. 1 out. Next up is Greg Brock. Brock 0 for 3 in his career against Larry McCall. Brock popping it up into the outfield grass, carrying into short center field. And that's where Bonilla makes the catch. So 2 quick outs. Next up is Alan Trammell, and Trammell strikes out. So both pitchers have a 1-2-3 inning first. We go to the top of the second. We got Danny Pasqua leading off against Bryan Kelly. Pasqua batting .241 with 6 home runs. Ground ball up the middle. Trammell ranges over and makes the play. 1 down. Here is Tim Norrid. Norrid sends a fly ball to center, and Bass trots back, makes the catch. 2 down, and here is Bo Diaz getting a spot start today for Chris Bando. Bando hit his 5th home run yesterday, and here he's out of the ballgame. Kelly sends him down in order. We go to the bottom of the second. We got Mickey Hatcher leading off. Hatcher, number 2 in the American League in batting average, behind Bonilla. So we have number 1 and number 2 in the AL in batting average. Hatcher hits a comebacker to McCall, who tosses him out at first. A nice at bat for Hatcher. What do you see? 8 pitches there. 1 down. Next up is Eddie Murray. Eddie Murray in a slump right now. Can't buy a hit. It's a ground ball to short, as his average dips down to 277. And that'll leave it up to Gibby. Gibby was the player of the game yesterday. He had a home run. Here he flips into left center field. Is that going to fall in for a hit? It does. There's the first hit of the ball game. I like Gibby in the number 6 spot as he is on first. We're going to send him here. 72% chance of stealing second. Bo Diaz has a great arm, though. Rated in 86, but we're going to try to get him in scoring position with 2 outs. Give Bass a chance, perhaps, to drive in a run. Here we go. Gibby on the move, and he steals second base. Number 6 on the season. 6 for 9 for Gibby. So an 0-1 count to Kevin Bass with Gibby on second. And Bass hits a ground ball to second. Play is made. By Bonilla, we go to the top of the third. Kelly at 25 pitches as he faces the bottom third of the lineup, starting with Jerry Turner. And a hit for Turner. There goes the no-hitter. Turner, I know Bonilla is batting .343, but I think Turner might be the best hitter on the team. He seems to crush us. He could be going here. He's got 82 speed. Juan Bonilla at the plate. And he does steal second base. Wow, that is only his first stolen base on the season. He had 11 last year. It's kind of surprising. We're going to pull the outfield in now with Bonilla up. We know he's not going to hit a home run. Fly ball to center. Bass will make the play. Turner holds. It was shallow, 257 feet. And we're going to do that again with Jerry Dybzinski. Bonilla, Dybzinski, and Rhomberg, none of them have any home runs and are probably not capable of hitting home runs, so we're going to play shallow. If he gets over his, our outfielder's head, they're going to run in this ballpark. There's a fly ball to right center field. 334 feet. That is deep enough to get Turner to third, and we'll play regular depth now with 2 outs. And Kevin Rhomberg up. Rhomberg struck out to start off the ball game. And a ground ball to Murray at first, and that'll do it. So strategy pays off. We go to the bottom of the third inning with Terry Kennedy leading off. Kennedy had his second home run of the season yesterday. He's batting .350, and we just can't get Parrish back into the lineup. As Kennedy walks, he's finding all kinds of ways to get on base. That will bring up Glenn Wilson. Wilson had a home run yesterday, his 5th of the year. Those were the 3 Tiger home runs, Gibby, Kennedy, and Wilson. We're going to hit and run. Ground ball to second. That'll get Kennedy over. Stay out of the double play. Runner in scoring position for Whitaker. Whitaker has a career home run against Larry McCall. Whitaker pulls it to first, moving Kennedy to third. So the Tigers' first run is 90 feet away, and it's going to be up to Greg Brock to get him in. Brock batting .280 with 6 home runs, and he crushes it. There's home run number 16 given up by McCall. A 2-run shot for Brock, his 7th, and the Tigers have a 2-0 lead with 2 down in the third. Trammell up next. He's got a pair of home runs against him. And there's another one. Home run number 6 for Alan Trammell. Back-to-back dongs. It's a double dong day. We go to Mickey Hatcher here. Can we get 3 in a row? He's capable of it. Hatcher's got 7 home runs so far this year. That's a base hit to right. We'll take that. Hatcher trying to show up Bonilla today. So this has all happened with 2 down. It's a nice 2-run rally here. Murray steps in, and he rips it past the first baseman. Hatcher goes to third. The right fielder, Pasqua, quickly gets it in, holding Murray to a single. So that is 4 straight hits, and Gibby at the plate. 2 for 5 in his career versus McCall, and another base hit. Hatcher scores 4-0 Detroit. We're going to hold Murray at second base. And this is a moguling right here. Let's see if Bass can keep it rolling. 2 down, runners at first and second. And a high fly ball into center field. That should be out number 3. It is. So Tigers have 5 straight hits, score 4 runs on back-to-back shots from Brock and Trammell. And the Tigers have a 4-0 lead. Here come the lefties against Brian Kelly here in the 4th. Karl Pagel leading off. 4 runs is probably not enough. The Indians can put up some decent runs. We've seen, they're a 500 team, essentially, and the pitching's not so great, but they can hit. As Von Hayes sends it into left center field. Caught by Gibby. Good hustle coming over from left field to make that play. 2 quick outs, and Pasqua pounds it into the dirt. Error. No, it's going to be a great play from Kennedy, picking it up and gunning out Pasqua. Maybe a faster runner might have been safe. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and here's Terry Kennedy. Leading off, he walked first time through the lineup, and he goes off the wall in left field for a double. He will not be denied. That is Kennedy's 2nd double of the season. Batting .366 with a .987 OPS. So runner on second, nobody out. Glenn Wilson up. Wilson grounded out first time up, and he ekes a base hit past the second baseman. Kennedy scores, and it's 5-0 Detroit. RBI single for Wilson. Next up is Whitaker. I mean, this would be a hit-and-run situation, but we're up 5 runs. Let's let these batters just swing away here. Maybe it's a double play, maybe it's not. We'll find out here with this ground ball to short, and Whitaker does hit into a double play, his 4th on the season. 2 down, and here's Greg Brock. He got the scoring kicked off with the 2-run home run, and here he walks. 2nd walk from McCall. That's going to bring up Trammell. Trammell owns Larry McCall. He's got 3 home runs in his career against him. And he gets jammed inside, sends a fly ball to center, and that'll do it. Tigers put 1 on the board on the RBI single from Glenn Wilson. We go to the 5th inning. Tigers are up 5-0 with Tim Norrid leading off. This is usually the inning that Kelly has a little bit of a problem. Yeah, he walks the leadoff man. Only his first walk today. That is a good sign for him. Here's the catcher, Bo Diaz. We're going to play double play depth, which is just regular depth in this game. Catcher running, after all. And he dumps it into left center field for a hit. Norrid goes to... Oh, no, Norrid holds up. Gibby played some solid defense lately. I guess when you're down 5, there's no point in running into an out, as Jerry Turner does have the most home runs on the team with 8. Got to be careful with Turner and a wild pitch. Okay, I get it. You're going to give him some runs back. 1-0 count to Turner, and he walks him. Holy cow. I told you, the 5th inning, for our pitchers who are not our regular starters, they really do seem to struggle in the 5th inning. So now the best hitter, as far as batting average goes at least, is up. We will pull the outfield in, only because he's not a power hitter. But that would keep Diaz from scoring. He is a catcher. Let's see how it goes here. Bases loaded, nobody out. Ground ball to third. Hatcher goes home and gets the lead runner. That is amazing. I mean, that is totally the right move, but I would have sacrificed a run for a double play. I'm sure Brian Kelly doesn't feel that way, keeping the run off the board. We're going to pull the outfield in once again. Just slightly average speed on the base pass, so double play is a possibility. Ground ball base hit. There we go. So that'll get 2 in. And it's 5-2. Kevin Rhomberg up. Outfield coming in again. Will Kelly get out of this inning? That is the question right now. Fly ball to center. That will be tracked down by Bass. Bonilla holds. You don't want the third out of third. That makes sense, I suppose. But now we got the lefties. One swing of the bat could tie the ball game up. Do we pull Kelly to bring in a left-hander? The answer is yes. And Pagel is 0 for 2 versus Kelly. We're going to give Kelly a chance to get a victory. This is a dumb, selfish move, but we're going to let him pitch to Karl Pagel, who can easily jack it. 1-0 count. I mean, was there any doubt that was going to happen? 5 runs on the board, and there goes the victory opportunity for Brian Kelly. I guess we're going to bring in Gumpy Gumpert. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We have a left-hander. That's my bad. This is the left-hander group. So we blew it. We're going to bring in Capizzello. Cappy having a great year. That 0.89 ERA. The back-to-back home runs by the Tigers, that's unfortunate because the Indians had the big one there, and they tied up the ball game. Capizzello walks Von Hayes, and I mean, we are getting reverse mogled. We're getting bent over and mogled right now as another hit. These are lefties on lefties. And there's nothing we can do but play it out. There we go. Norrid gets jammed. This is no guarantee this is going to be caught. There we go. 5 runs on the board by the Indians. Ties the ball game. That is unfortunate, as Kelly was just cruising along, and as I called it, the 5th inning should never have let him pitch to that batter, but sometimes you got to give your young pitchers the opportunity to work their way out of it. He could not get it done. Leadoff man is on with a base hit, and we will hit and run now. I remember when Whitaker was up, we did not hit and run. And I said, because we had a 5-run lead, we're going to let him swing away. Well, now I wish I had hit and run. You could never have enough runs in this ball game. I should have known better. As Murray pops up. 1 down. Gibby. Fly ball to center. 2 outs. And here is Kevin Bass. He's 0 for 2 on the day. So we strand the leadoff man. Couldn't even get him over. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Cappy will pitch to Bo Diaz and then pitch to Turner. We'll probably bring in a righty at that point, maybe Gumpy. Holy shit. Bo Diaz just crushed it into left field. That's his first home run on this season. Well, Diaz does have power. And the Indians take the lead. Wow, what a turn of events. That double play that we hit into, I think that was really the momentum shift. 1 out. And that's going to do it for Capizzello. Gives up a home run. Was it the first home run he's given up this year? No, he's given up 2. It happens. Okay, we're going to bring in Gumpy Gumpert. Dave Forrest Gumpert. He's had a couple good outings in a row. Little short stints there, but he hit a batter, but otherwise he hasn't let anybody else get on base. We'll give him a shot here to go after Juan Bonilla. He's batting 4. Oh, whoops. I'll say that's not right. There we go. There we go. 294 batting average versus righty. Still pretty solid. Base hit. 7 hits for the Indians. And right now, there is nothing that we could do to get anybody out. Dybzinski swinging at ball 4. Hits a ground ball to first. That moves Bonilla into scoring position. Pulling in the outfield for Kevin Rhomberg. 1-2 count, and he strikes out. The Indians get the go-ahead run on Bo Diaz's first home run on the season. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Tigers are down a run just like that. Terry Kennedy leading off against Larry McCall. Ground ball up the middle. Good range from Dybzinski, but he boots it. Oh, no, he got over there, and he could not make the play. The leadoff man is on, and we are absolutely hitting and running. Right now, we got to get that run back. Ground ball to short. Can the Dibber make the play here? He does. Kennedy moves to second. Whitaker, we need a big hit from Blue. Let's take a look at the in-game stats. We haven't looked yet. Whitaker 0 for 3 on the day, and so is Bass. Player of the game right now, I don't know. I'm reluctant to give it to anyone since we've given up the lead. So we'll hold off on that decision. Okay, here's Lou. Big hit here from Lou could make a difference. There we go, a base hit to right. Will Kennedy score? Pasqua's got a good arm. A really good arm. We're going to say no. That is the catcher running. We're going to request a sac fly from Brock. Oh, they're going to bring in a relief pitcher. Oh, no. It's a lefty. It's Jeff Calhoun. Came over in a trade in the offseason from 81 and from Houston. It's his 13th appearance, and this guy has been lights out. He is a loogie. An 0.51 ERA, 17 and 2/3 innings pitched. He's actually walked more than he struck out. Opponents are batting .269 against him. He's not happy. He wants to be on a team headed to the playoffs. Yeah, we're still going to request a sac fly. This could be a double play to get out of the inning, too. We have to trust that Brock can at least get the ball to the outfield. There we go. That'll get the tying run in. Good job. Kennedy tags up and scores, and the game is tied at 6. Here's Trammell. Trammell's got a home run today. 1 for 3 on the day, and he walks. Runners at first and second. Here's our RBI dude up. He's 2 for 3 on the day. A base hit will give us the lead. He's batting .348 versus lefties. Absolutely crushes everybody. And a comebacker to Calhoun, and that'll end it. So we even it up. We head to the top of the 7th inning, and the lefties are on deck. So good job by Dave Gumpert. He gets the job done. We're going to bring in Keith Comstock. Comstock, he does struggle versus lefties, even though he is a lefty. Take a look at his splits. His splits are nasty. Reverse splits, in fact. His righties are batting .162 against him, and lefties are 100 points higher. I mean, reasonable, though, at .263. So that's really bizarre. I don't know how to explain that, but he's having a good year, and he goes to arbitration this year, too, so we're going to have to pay him something. Okay, it's Pagel, Hayes, and Pasqua due up. Pagel, the reason why we're in this conundrum, had that 3-run home run, tie the ball game. Line drive to right. Play is made by Wilson. There's 1 down. Von Hayes batting .099. He's making an O face in the batter's box. Ground ball to second. And Whitaker tosses him out. 2 quick outs. Danny Pasqua batting .171 versus lefties. I thought that was gone. Instead, it's just a loud out to right. And a good job by Comstock. We'll bring him back for the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Here is Eddie Murray. Murray batting .317 versus left-handers. He's got a hit on the day. I'd like to see him just totally break out of his slump as he strikes out looking. We're going to have to give Murray the day off tomorrow. One down. Now here's poor Gibby. Gibson cannot bat versus lefties. We should just pull him out right now. But who are we going to put in there? Lemon? Yeah. Strikes out looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Calhoun. And Kevin Bass will turn around and bat right-handed versus Calhoun. That was ball 4. He was swinging, and it's a grounder to short, and that'll do it. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Score is tied at 6. Comstock, we're going to leave him in there. He's going to face Tim Norrid. He's under 200 versus left-handers. Popping it up on the infield. Trammell camping under it. Makes the play. Now we pitched Cappy versus Bo Diaz, and he hit a bomb. It seems like a waste to bring in a righty in this situation when we need to get to Turner. What are the odds that Bo Diaz is going to hit 2 home runs in a game? Not good. Base hit up the middle, though. We kept him in the park, so we'll take it. Runner on first. Double play possibility with Jerry Turner. He's a left-hander batting .153. Ground ball to third. Hatcher, let's go around the horn. He gets it done. 5-4-3 double play. We go to the 8th inning, bottom of the 8th, and it's Terry Kennedy leading off versus Jeff Calhoun. Kennedy does not have a hit versus lefties. So, you know what? We are going to do the right thing, and we're going to bring in Lance Parrish as a pinch hitter. Parrish only batting .222, but he does have some pop. Trying to get back on our good side. That's not going to do it. Ground ball to Dibbert. 1 out. Wilson, he hits lefties pretty well. Usually a platoon guy. He plays versus lefties primarily. Ground ball to third. Solid third baseman over there. That's Rhomberg with an 86 rating. And then we get to Lou. Lou hits lefties well, batting .303. And he hits a fly ball to center. That's 2 innings in a row with no runs scored for either team. Unusual. We're going to leave Parrish in there, catcher. And we're going to take Comstock out and bring in Roy Thomas. We're going to assume this game is going to go to extra innings. Otherwise, I would bring in Dave Smith here in this situation. But we'll save Smith. No, wait. Because we could walk it off, right? So you don't want to leave him in there. Let's undo that. We're going to bring in Dave Smith to hold the 9th. Then we can walk it off. If not, then we can go to Roy Thomas in extra innings because he's got a 53 endurance. He could go a distance if he had to. All right. Enough talking. We have Dave Smith coming into the ballgame. Smith has had a rough since Weaver's gone down to the minors. Let's take a look at his log. Yeah, he had a couple bad outings there. He even took a loss. He's been successful his last 2 times out. And we need a good outing from him here. He's going to face Juan, Bonilla, the Dibbert, and Rhomberg. Outfield in for these guys. 1-1 count. Wow. Nice shot from Bonilla. Bass is going to get on his horse. Almost 400 feet from Bonilla. Just a long out. 1 out. Here's the Dibbert. 1 for 3 today. He's got 2 RBI. A comebacker to Smith. 2 outs, and Kevin Rhomberg up. We're going to pull third base in. I don't think he's going to lay down a bunt, but we're going to spook him a little bit. Ground ball to short, and a nice 1-2-3 inning. That's exactly what we needed from Smith. We go to the ninth inning and a chance to walk this game off. We're going to let Brock bat here. He does not hit well, but he does have a good eye, and I do think he could walk in this situation, as Calhoun does have more walks on the season than strikeouts. 1-2 count. I was way off. Way off in my assessment. As he strikes out, there's one down. Here's Trammell. Trammell sends it into right center field. Play is made by the right fielder Pasqua. 2 down. And we are, it's up to Mickey Hatcher here to walk us off. We could use a home run right here. Let's give him player of the game if he does it. And, oh wow, Mickey Hatcher walks. Holy smokes. That right there deserves player of the game. That is his 5th walk this season. He had 10 all of last year, and 4 of them were intentional. So, I mean, you just saw a miracle right there. Runner on first. Eddie Murray up. Murray, again, kind of in a slump. Let's break out of it right here. 1-2 count. He strikes out looking. Gosh darn it. We've got free baseball. Out goes Dave Smith, and in comes Dave Rucker. We're going to use the whole bullpen today, as Rucker making his 24th appearance on the season. Pitched at 18 innings, 17 Ks. Opponent's batting 243 against him. Let's look at his splits. Yeah, lefties are batting 250, so I guess that's right in line with his career numbers. Let's see how he does against this group. Karl Pagel leading off. Defense is good, right? Yeah, okay. Here we go. Karl Pagel leading off against Dave Rucker. Oh, come on. That is a bad start. Walking the leadoff man. Here's Von Hayes. I don't think Pagel's going to run on Parrish. Let's try to get a double play here. Okay, we strike out Von Hayes. There's 1 down. Next up is Dan Pasqua. We're going to guard the lines with Pasqua. 3-1 count. Come on. We're going to play straight away. We need a double play here. And Norrid does have power, so everything's going to be straight away. First and second, 1 out. Here's Tim Norrid. Ground ball to first. Only play was to step on the bag. I can't imagine they were running on that. We're going to intentionally walk Bo Diaz to get to Turner. And as James might say, they should pinch hit here. And of course they should. I guess we're going to play straight away. Bases loaded. This is the game right here on the line. 2-0 count. And he pops it up. Come on, Murray, make the play. Yes. Okay, we get out of it. And once again, here we are with a chance to walk it off. We cannot put Gibby in there. We know what's going to happen. We are going to bring Hojo up. Not Lemon. Lemon will play defensively. We're going to let Hojo take a cut here versus the lefty Calhoun. The numbers don't look good, but Howard Johnson as a pinch hitter has been pretty good. He's got, to my recollection, he's got 2 pinch hit home runs this year. Ground ball to short. That's not going to get it done. 1 out. Here's Kevin Bass. He's 0 for 4 on the day. And Bass walks it off. Big hit, Bass! Just as Calhoun got tired, Bass hits a 469-foot home run to walk it off. Tigers win 7-6. Handshakes, but slappy steaks. That game goes 10 innings. The Tigers pull it out. Nicely done by Kevin Bass. He will likely be our player of the game. No trade offers. Let's take a look at the standings. There's the National League. Well, I don't know why it's here, but we'll take a look at it since we're already here. Nothing new in the East and the West. Again, 2 games back for the Dodgers. So there's good races in both divisions. Back to the American League. There we go. Wow, New York has won their 6 games back, and Baltimore's won 5 in a row. Despite all of their injuries, they just lost their center fielder. And in the West, California, 5.5 up. Oakland only 7 back. Okay, let's take a look at the headline news. Brainiac Baseball Daily Beat. Oh, what? Holy cow, the Braves are just wheeling and dealing. The Blue Jays, they just traded Lynn Jones to the Braves, and he's a right fielder, and they replaced him on the team, the Blue Jays did, with Danny Tartabull, who they subsequently trade to the Braves. I don't know what the hell the Braves are doing right now. But the Blue Jays get back Ken Smith, who is in second place in home runs in the National League. You know that if you saw the video for our league leaders at the end of May. So a big, big trade. Nothing else to go on there. Well, let's look at it more in depth here. Wow. Okay, so Danny Tartabull goes to the Braves, but he's not going to be in the majors? He's going to be in Double-A. Why would the Blue Jays do that? He doesn't go to arbitration until next year. He can't play defense. He is a perfect DH for them, or right fielder as a youngster. He had 20 home runs last year, and he's not even good. So what is the advantage? They're getting Ken Smith, as I mentioned, 11 home runs. He's going to be a first baseman or a DH. He's only 25 years old, but his ratings are terrible. He's got a good eye. He walks well, looks like, and he has power. That is and he's got 10 stolen bases. He's a 10-10 man right now. I mean, okay, it's a young first baseman. I can justify it. They also get Preston Hanna, who on a terrible pitching team cannot make the majors. He was actually in the majors for the Braves, and he was awesome. You're telling me they can't use that in the major leagues? Come on. And the other player was Vic Rodriguez, who was also in the major league. So the Braves gave up 3 major league players, I should say, and he goes to Double-A. You're telling me that the Blue Jays can't use any of these guys? That's insane. That is insane. We got to look at those teams more in depth. Rusty Tillman of the Mets is going to be out 3 weeks. I don't think he was in the majors. He was not. And Greg Matthews is going to miss a couple of games for the Cardinals. He was in the minor leagues as well. So nothing big there. Let's take a quick minute here and look at the Blue Jays, team in our division, and what are they doing? So here is their lineup now. They're going to bat Lloyd Moseby leadoff. What are they doing? So he goes to center field. They call up Jesse Barfield. That makes a lot of sense. He was in the major leagues in real life in 1983. You see the card here. Was he Rookie of the Year that year in the majors? I cannot remember, but they call him up from Double-A. He's got power for sure, and he's got an okay eye, and he's got a rifle. Look at that. Holy shit. He's got a 96 arm. He's immediately the best defensive right fielder in the American League. That's exciting to see. I wish they hadn't traded Tartabull, though, right? I mean, imagine Tartabull, Moseby, and Barfield in the outfield. They should have made that work. Okay, so let's see. So Omar Marino goes to the bench. That's what happened there, as Lloyd Moseby, who was the DH, goes to center field. He can't play defense. Yeah, not good defensively. And what else does that do to their... So, wow, Vic Rodriguez was playing every day. And anyway, I guess that's the gist of it. Let's take a look at the pitchers. They can't use Preston Hanna. I mean, he could be their closer. I mean, they have one pitcher rated over 80 in the bullpen. And he could be a starter for them. He would be a better starter than 4 out of the 5 guys. I don't know. Maybe he'll get called back up here after we play a day. I don't know. And then let's look at Atlanta. Sorry, I know this is kind of prolonging it, but I'm just curious. Maybe you are too. Let's take a look at their team. Switch it over to no DH. And who was it that just got traded over? It was Tartable, right? And he's not even in the majors. We already said that. Yeah. So Tartable wasn't doing that much for Toronto since he got called up. But that guy is amazing. So they lost a whole bunch of people that were everyday players. Who's their first baseman? Oh, it's Gerald Perry now. He was a rookie in '84, so he's up before his time, but he was a good hitter. And they lost their second baseman, who's now, it's Juan Samuel. So he was a rookie in '84, so he's called up early too. I mean, keep in mind, this is a team that's in first place, and they're trading everybody. Joel Youngblood gets called back up to the majors. He was a trade earlier this year. Now he's back. And how does somebody else? It doesn't really, does it? Yeah, these guys were already saw their time and come back down. So let's take a look at pitching. They just lost Preston Hanna. Who gets called into duty? I don't know. It's hard to say with this lineup. Oh, Ed Glynn. Remember, he was traded over here from the Mets, and he was in the minors. And so now he gets called up after that trade. And he was pitching pretty well. So it's not like the Braves don't have options that they could use and trade off those players. Maybe, I mean, they're projected to make $2 billion. They've already got a ton of money. Why are they doing this? Let's take a look at select the team and trades. So these are all the trades that the Braves have done this year as they try to win their division. They traded away Milt Thompson, who was their starting center fielder, young and good. And these are the guys they got back. And all 3 of them are in the majors now. They got rid of some guy who never played in the majors. And they got players they don't use. They got rid of Rick Mahler. And they got Lynn Jones, who is in right field. They got rid of Ken Phelps, which makes sense. They got an everyday left fielder. And they traded away 3 everyday lineup guys, including the number 2 hitter in home runs in the National League, for a really good future player. So, I mean, I guess they're doing what they have to do, right? So, okay, I'll fix all that later. Let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for being patient while we talked that through. I was kind of curious. Maybe you were too. Player of the game was going to be Kevin Bass. He walked it off. We've got to give it to him. That's his first of the year. Great job for him. We hit 3 home runs in the game. Larry McCall gave up 2 of them. The winner is Dave Rucker. Great job once again by our bullpen, other than Capizzello giving up the go-ahead home run to Bo Diaz, of all people. Brian Kelly was cruising, and then he just collapsed. Dave Rucker walked 3 batters and managed to get the win. How often does that happen? Pretty good game otherwise from the offense. We had 11 hits in that victory. So that's going to do it. We're going to come back tomorrow. We're headed to Baltimore to Memorial Stadium, start a 3-game series against the Baltimore Orioles. Until then, everyone, have a great night.